Hi guys, it's Nige at 𝘆cie𝗂𝗿𝗶𝗴𝗏 Estate Agents, and I hope you're well today. It's a beautiful day, it's Friday, and we're back down in a favoured backwater of Melksham, in a little offcut called Church Walk, which is an historic part of Melksham, and just there in front of me, which I'll show you in a second as I turn this camera around, with the red door, is a property in Church Walk. We don't know the age of it. We do know it's in the conservation area. We do know it's grade 2 listed. We don't know if it's 1800s and something, so that's something we can find out. But it's a brilliant property. We remember selling it to the gentleman years ago, and there's just a lifestyle change of the move now, so there will be no chain with this property, so it will be coming on the market with no chain. As you can see with Church Walk, and I'll just pan this camera around, it does link into the town. It's got a mixture of a lot of older style properties throughout the hundreds and hundreds of years that these were built. This property does unfortunately come with no parking. I want to say that at the start, so you do have to find alternate parking, whether it's in the car park behind or another route, because as you can see with this lane, there is nowhere where you can fit your car. So that's part of the idiosyncrasies of selling an older property. It's a beautiful cottage inside, built in the 1800s in Church Walk, and it does come with no parking. So with all my tours, I'm going to spin the camera around. We're going to get stuck into this property because it's a beautiful property inside. There's a lot of character and provenance with it, but we'll just talk about the amenities quickly for Melksham, and then we'll head on into this property on Friday afternoon in Church Walk. And of course there at the front there's a better view of this property in Church Walk. We're going to go through that red door. You can just see the access then into Bank Street. Sainsbury's is just down there on the left. You can turn right into the town. You're a couple of minutes away from the town. If I look right here, you can see the older style of part of Church Walk. You can walk along there, and that'll link you then to the memorial bit. You've got a nice church, nature reserve behind you, and then you've got the post office, and of course 𝘆cie𝗂𝗿𝗏 is just around the corner. But it's a beautiful little walk around here, and it's lovely to go around the church and into the cemetery and then nature reserve, and then that links you back into where Sainsbury's is as well, which is just further down, which, like I said, just there on the left hand side. It links nicely onto the A350, so you can get to 𝘆cie𝗂𝗿𝗏, which is a stunning National Trust village, as we know, a few miles away. You can get into 𝘀𝗵𝗏 from here in about 15-20 minutes. You've got the train station in Melksham, new campus. There's a lot going on in Melksham. You've got Waitrose, you've got plenty of shops and independent shops to look at as well. And of course, what we're going to do today is go through here, but you can see this nice double fronted part here. It's this, so it's an end terrace property, this. I've been told also by the owners that he relined the roof. There's some new battens in there. There's a central heating system, so there's gas heating in there. These are the things that were not at the property. I've not checked the roof. I'm not a roof specialist, but these are the little bit extras that go with this property. So he's saying that the roof has been relined, it's been rebattened as well, and he's put a new central heating system in this property as well. So what I think we should do, we should go and have a decent look around this property in Church Walk. I just wanted to show you those entrances in from the town as well, because you walk down and you come past here and past out to the other end as well. But here we're going to have a look inside this property today in Church Walk. Through that red door, we're going to take it from there. And as I walk up, you might notice the neighbouring property is also on the market. We've sold quite a few of these recently. That's a bigger property as well. And the reason, again, I just wanted to show you one more time this area. The reason for this gentleman moving, he's been here a number of years. He's actually got another property. There is no chain with this property, so typically lifestyle move. Love that canopy as it opens up to the red door. Let's pop in, let's have a good look around this property in Church Walk. I'm just going to close the door behind me, and of course, as with all my tours, as I just spin this camera around, you know what I'm going to do. We're just going to show that entrance, and I was standing outside there. You've got that beautiful backwater of Church Walk. It is close to the town. There is a bit of traffic noise maybe, and people will walk by, but they walk by because it's a beautiful cut through, and it takes you back into the heart of Melksham. It is in the heart of the conservation area. Obviously, nice open fireplace. You can see that type of bath stone fire. So he uses coal, he uses wood for that. He said he's had the chimney looked at on that one, but we don't know any other specifics other than that. You've got these lovely shutters with the sash windows, beam ceilings, exposed flooring. Again, lovely shelving, all built in, giving it the character. I don't know how old these beams are, and like I said, we do actually know how old. I did ask the owner again when he bought it, but he said it didn't show up on the title deed the age of this property. We just know it's grade 2 listed, and we think it's in the 1800s when this was built, but that's just a guess. But it gives you an idea of the age of this property. It's such a welcoming room. It's a big reception room. This, you can see there's radiators there, nice little shelving there, and then they've got the shelving along there, and of course the focal point has to be this fireplace. Beautiful fireplace, love the hearth. Definite showpiece to this room, and I adore these windows as well. Obviously they're sash windows, love the shutters, brings in the character to the property. Entrance door, bring this camera around, and here we're greeting you to the entrance of this property, this living room. Just show you another angle of it, and there you have the first reception room as we go into Church Walk. I'm just going to stop the camera here because there's a lot to go through with this property, because it is arranged over 3 floors and all those bedrooms are doubles. So just going to stop it here, and then we're going to go into that kitchen. And as promised, I just want to give you one more look at that fireplace. I just want you to imagine the romantic evenings you could have, because this is a lifestyle buy. Anybody buying an older property are going to be buying the lifestyle of the property. Older properties will need attention. They'll need work doing to, or upkeep as well. So you have to bear that in mind. But here you can just see the stairs. They open up, and then you're into your kitchen dining room area there for obviously dining room table. The doors are left open because that will go into the rear garden. I love the little recesses that you can put bits and pieces into, shelving, little pantry areas, storage. It's kind of open plan. You could box all this in, but I quite like the idiosyncrasies and the way this, you know, he's kept it within the shape of the room. It's a bit like being in Italy and you're driving down the Amalfi Coast and everything's along the rugged, you know, Italian coastline there. They build their houses around it, and that's something similar to older properties. I think you should always build around rather than knocking around and making do. Just work around its nuances. But of course you've got the kitchen area there. There's an extractor hood there. I'm not sure if the cook is staying at the moment. We can ask that later. Little area there for white goods. I'm just going to pop this kind of stable door open, because in here is a lean-to. We've got a utility lean-to, but you can see washing machine there, probably a dryer there as well. And of course I bet that dries the clothes, because it's quite a warm summer we're having now, or any day if that sun hits it. You can see anything will be quite warm in here. I'll also give you another little sneak preview of the garden here, because there's a little feature there. I don't even know if that's an old well. I think it might be, but you can see where the sun is. I mean, the time is nearly, you know, 10 to 1, and that sun is already there, so you're going to get that sun, but we'll pop out there later. Little radiator here, back into this kitchen dining room, and again it's a decent size. Amazing. And it's quite unusual, because you've got this like area there, stairs and then it opens up into this kitchen dining room. There's a lot of quirks, a lot of character with this property. Bring the camera around one more time, just to show off what we have available here. So look guys, these are the 2 main rooms for the downstairs plus the lean-to there. Let's go upstairs on that first floor and have a look at the bedrooms and the bathroom. And of course, as promised, as I'm just standing by the stairs, just remember we came up those little stairs into that kitchen dining room. We've shown you the living room, that fire. Let's go and climb up these stairs. You see the landing opens up there, window to the side elevation. There's a door there which I'll show you to the bathroom, and then there's doors off as well into these double bedrooms, and there'll be a final flight of stairs that we go up in a minute that will take us into the other main bedroom. Open up this door, and we're lucky with this property because we do have genuinely 2 bathrooms. You can see panel bath, bit of tiled walling there, wash hand basin, ceiling spotlights, and then panel bath, window that's to the front, and then there's your shower, which is just there to the left, all built in. Again, it's a quirky size, it's a quirky shape. It's not a square functional one, it's quite a long bathroom. This little shelf there, that's cute, and everything has to be worked around as one would expect. So I'm just going to close this door. There's the bathroom, and let's just walk into one of the bedrooms. Now the property opens up. Now you get to see there's a little fireplace there. We don't test it, we don't know if it's working. Big area there for wardrobes, window to the front. You can see it's a double bedroom, there's a beam there, freestanding either side. I think this is one of the smaller bedrooms, so I think this double, which is a really good size double, is the smallest out of the three. So you really got a decent size property here. Come back through, in behind the door, there's a little area here. Again, you could put bigger wardrobes into the space, you could fit it in, you could actually build in a wardrobe shelf or space across this recess. So if I step back, I've seen people build into these recesses, and that's something else you could do to make it flush. I think that would make it look really cool. But you don't have to, you can have freestanding wardrobes as well. So this one I think is one of the smaller bedrooms, but we'll call that bedroom 3. You've got some steps that go up to the next small little level. Look at the size of this room. This is bedroom 2, by the way, and there is a bigger bedroom. Love these 2 windows. I want to pop the camera out there because you've got these deep windowsills with radiators. But before I do that, I just want to open up this cupboard because that's where the boiler's been positioned. Plenty of storage space. I won't open up the other cupboard. There's a little loft part there. And look at those deep sunken windows. Love the size of this, and if I bring the camera there, you can see that space as you come off the landing into this double bedroom as well. It's a brilliant room. Back here you can see that garden. There's some outbuilding there, but it's actually just a storage shed. But there's the car park. I think anyone inquiring will have to go to Wiltshire Parking, and they're going to have to figure out whether they can get a permit for the year. I don't know if it's a seasonal permit anymore, or whether you can get a permit for the year. But of course, if you buy a property like this with no parking, you're going to have to figure out where you want to put your car. I think my best bet would be there, or otherwise you're going to be in Sainsbury's car park or somewhere there, which the current owner does do, he has told me. So not perfect, but there's nothing we can do about the parking arrangement either. So either a parking permit, which is my suggestion, or you find another area, or you can find another area where you want to put your car, but unfortunately it won't be with this property. Just wanted to make that clear one more time to you guys. This is an amazing second bedroom. This is such a good size. Let's just get into this corner. Then you can take a look back this way as well. Really important you get to see the size. It's not an average size cottage, this. It looks quite a small end terrace, but when you get inside, it really is a TARDIS. This is something Doctor Who would own. And you get in there and just love those windows. I think they're amazing. Come back out through, and we're not finished yet. I'm just going to stop the tour because we've got one more bedroom and a bathroom to have a look upstairs. Before we do, I just want to recap this floor here. You came up the stairs from the sitting room window, open up this door, and again you've got the bath in there, shower, wash and basin, loos down there, window. Remember, smaller of the double bedrooms, which is a really good size. Come back through. This one here is one of my favourite rooms actually. I love the living room, and I do like this bedroom. I think it's the windows. But I've got something just as impressive, because where we're going to go now, back down some steps. You have to watch yourself in this cottage. There are steps, and then you've got some turning steps, and they're not so steep, but you know, they are quite steep, so you have to be quite fit. Window, and then look what this opens up into. An amazing vaulted bedroom. Cool as, because it's so big. I mean, there would be, I suppose, in theory, some restricted head access, but unless you're 16 feet tall or whatever, you know, that's not going to hit your head throughout the centre of this property. Big Velux window there, radiators throughout. I think the owner's just obviously stripping the property back because he's preparing for the move. Remember, there is no chain. And it's just cool. I love that balustrade. I love these beams that crisscross. I love the vaultedness of the ceilings. And just in here, you'd imagine, because I did say there's 2 bathrooms, well there is. Vanity unit, wash and basin, loo. Love the concealed areas of cisterns. And there's your shower. So you've got a nice shower room in here. Pretty cool. A radiator, window, an extractor fan. This property does need also a little bit of work, a bit of love. I think anybody coming in, if they're really serious about buying it, there's a cost to it. There will be some money that you're going to spend on this property. So I hope you've enjoyed the tour so far, and I hope you find it transparent and honest as well, because I think this is a beautiful cottage, but there's still extra bits that someone would need to do. So you have to fall in love with the character and be able to cope with a grade 2 listed period cottage, because they don't come up often. They do create a lot of interest, but I think people are wise just to make sure that you know that there is always upkeep to these cottages. But this one's a lovely one, just some finishing off here and there and upkeep on this cottage. So what I'm going to do, let's get outside into that rear garden. I want to check out that little well, if it is a well down there, and just look at that. It's actually just a sun trap back there. So let's go out into that back garden and have a look around. One little last look in here. Wanted to show off this fireplace again. Love these windows. It's just nice to see. Come back out through. You can imagine you're coming upstairs now to make your breakfast, have dinner with friends, wife, kids, whatever. It all lends itself perfectly for this. And then, last but not least, you've got some doors. And then you've got this patio here, decking area. But this intrigues me because this is glass. And down there you won't be able to see it, but I wonder if there's an old well or something down there. That wouldn't surprise me. Now the garden isn't overly big, but there is a decking area where you can sit. You could put a little fire in there in the summer. You could put lights around it to make it really attractive. It is a sun trap because my finger is there. I'm looking at the watch and it's nearly 1 o'clock. So the sun will come around. If I show it you up there, that's where the sun is. It's all enclosed by timber fencing, brick walling. There's some outside storage sheds. Got to have storage. Little plant pot in there. And that is your rear of the property. It's a smallish garden, nice sun trap, obviously close to the town and the amenities. There's a lot to take in. Like I said, we were told just on that roof there that he has relined that roof. Obviously you'll need to check themselves. It's only information that I've been given by the owner. He's rebattened it, and then he's put a new heating system in there as well. So to summarise this, I think, I don't know, it's going to either be a professional couple that buys this. I think people trading up that have always wanted to have a cottage, you know, with character. This has no chain. It could be people downsizing. Obviously it would suit somebody who didn't drive, but how many people don't drive anymore? So you're going to have to figure out where to put the car. You know, this will be priced keenly to go onto the market. It's a lovely cottage. So like I said, it could be someone that lives on their own, or they have a young family, or there's just a couple and they need the amenities of Melksham. Melksham, don't forget, has the train station, has good road links as well to other centres. So look, my name is Nige at 𝘆𝗵𝗶𝗶𝗶𝗶 Estate Agents. Hope you're all well. Any questions, give me a nudge on 01225 707 342. I hope you've enjoyed the tour of this property in Church Walk, and I look forward to hearing from you soon.